Motorcycle is an interesting device in a world of mechanical objects because it's so personal. As each cyclist modifies their bike to suit their tastes and needs, it transforms from a mode of transportation to a means of personal expression. It's just a unique relationship for people and machines. We want to explore what that relationship is, and then ultimately just to enjoy that three-dimensional sculptural expression. This is Atypical Motorcycle. Today I'm headed to the Black Lightning Motorcycle Cafe in Eureka, California to learn about this year's Phoenix project. I'm meeting with Jeff Hesseltine and Trinia to find out what this community project is all about. This is Trinia, one of the creative minds behind Hinterland Empire, a delightful emporium of silkscreen clothing designs and all things creative on 5th Street in Eureka, California. Jeff Hesseltine is the owner of the Black Lightning Motorcycle Cafe, and he's been a collaborator for 2 years now on the Phoenix project. This year, they are in the process of completing a Humboldt County-style naked, custom 1999 Ducati 748 Street Fighter. Trinia, thanks for taking the time to come and visit with us today. I was in the store the other day picking up some tech items for shooting GoPro and stuff, and I saw the new Phoenix bike. I was blown away. I was so glad that you brought the project back again this year. Basically, we really need to know what made you think of the Phoenix project.
So last year was kind of random. I just kind of formulated this idea when me and Jeff, we drove up to Portland. We went to the CC Motorcycle, the One Show it's called, and there's all these amazing builds. So we came back from that super inspired. I came back and I bought the BMW. Like I was in it to win it. And then, how did it happen? We were driving and I kind of rolled it out to him. I was like, let's do a bike build of our own, but let's give all the money to charity instead of keeping the bike. And he's like, that's really ambitious. So I had to kind of talk him into it before he would get on board. But after that, after I roped him in, he was in it.
Well, I understand this year that he's actually taking a much more leading role in the actual construction of the bike. And
it took up a lot of my life last year, and I started a business, and things were really hectic. And so this year I was going to take a time out from it. And Jeff was like, I got this. He stepped in. He's completely running the show. I'm doing the social media type stuff, talking stylistics with him, and organizing volunteers and that kind of stuff. But Jeff's running point on this, for sure.
Well, certainly your life as a motorcyclist didn't start at the Portland One Show.
No.
What age did you start riding?
I started when I was 23. My dad bought me a little Yamaha to learn on. He bought himself one, but he let me learn on it. And my mom found out about it, and it disappeared. And it's probably good. In my 20s, I probably shouldn't have been riding much anyway. And then probably 4 years ago, I just got the itch again and started working here, and it's really contagious. You talk about motorcycles all day, hang out with cool people that love motorcycles, it's bound to happen.
So this bike, where did it come from?
So right off the bat with the Phoenix project, every year we do a little Kickstarter to see if the community even wants to do this. If we make the funds, we'll get a bike, we'll start the project. This year, we raised $1,500 with that initial Kickstarter, and we bought that bike. It was thrashed, but had a lot of integrity. It only had 6,000 miles on it, so it's still almost a brand new bike, but it just needed a lot of love.
Was Jeff pretty important in appraising the potential of that bike?
Yeah, it was Jeff's bike.
Oh.
Yeah. Two of Jeff's bikes, he had one that had the engine blown, and that was that one. He had one that had a factory default and locked up the brakes on the highway with him on it, and it was thrashed. It's a 996, I believe. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to ask him. But it's another Ducati with some interchangeable parts, so it's really a Franken bike again.
You know, a lot of cyclists, you know, they like to ride, but they even dread the idea of changing their own oil. What have you noticed about the experience of getting in and putting a machine together, getting into the elements and making it come together? I mean, these guys aren't being paid.
No.
Certainly, it goes beyond generosity of spirit and community mindedness.
It takes a certain kind of person.
They're enjoying themselves?
Yeah, and they're competent, and this is what they love, and there's a level of creativity and knowledge, and these guys are the best of the area, and we're really lucky to have them.
This year's beneficiary for the project is CASA.
Mm-hmm. CASA of Humboldt, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what they do.
CASA provides, it's kind of like Big Brothers, Big Sisters, but in a serious sense. They help kids get through the legal system when they're fostering. So these are all foster kids in our community, and these volunteers are all trained by CASA.
So they stand in as a competent, caring adult to see them through the intricacies of the legal system, the school system. And
yeah, something that would be scary if you were a child and on your own, yeah.
That's tremendous. Well, hopefully this will be an impetus for some people to get out and get a chance on this incredible motorcycle. And a means of supporting a really important part of our community. These kids live here. They are our future. Mm-hmm. They're the kids that we want to stand up and take control of their lives. So, and hopefully a few of them will be out there riding with us.
Yeah.
When is the drawing?
September 12th.
September 12th? What time and where?
We're having it at the Moto Envy show. There's going to be a bunch of motorcycles there. Besides the bike, there's so many great prizes. If you don't win the bike, you're going to win a bunch of other neat stuff, potentially.
So where is the Moto Envy show being held?
That'll be a block party style party in front of Black Lightning on 4th Street in Eureka.
Terrific. You're going to close off the street?
Yeah, full on block party.
Motorcycle parking?
Motorcycle parking all up and down the street, yeah. Yeah.
Well, terrific. Well, let's get Jeff out here and get him to tell us a bit more about this machine.
Sounds good.
So I understand that you and certain parts of this bike had a pretty hard ride one day.
Yeah, I think some of the mufflers are left over from that ride, some of the exhaust pipes, a couple little bits and pieces here and there.
So this is a lot different than what Massimo originally built. We call this a naked street fighter, stripped to the essential elements.
Yep, we started peeling off the plastic and exposing all this beautiful framework, so that kind of just lends itself to exposing it more. And then we had somebody design this or weld this whole framework here.
Excellent. It finishes the tail nice.
Yeah, it's, you know, kind of the idea was Humboldt style, kind of a little more functional. You can sit on it, you can put your luggage on there.
So this is not a original Ducati color, is it?
No, we were, Trini and I agonized over colors for sure, trying to bring sort of a natural, earthy, so it's not like a red, bright, out of place thing.
These things were typically screaming red, acres of plastic. This is an elemental device.
We did have the everything completely out and had this down to bare metal, powder coated, and the wheels as well were stripped down and powder coated.
Okay, really nicely done.
This powder coated in clear, so that's actually the raw aluminum color.
Beautiful.
There's no paint on there, it's just clear.
That definitely qualifies for Humboldt County use. It can stand up to a little bit of salt and rain.
The tires are off of a dual sport format, so
Excellent.
I think they were on the Beamer or something like that.
So they're going to tolerate a little bit of gravel?
Yeah, I mean they don't look like it, but that's something that you know.
Well, when you look at the road rubber that's available today, they just have a tiny amount of siping, and these are opened up where they're going to handle rain, the gravel patches in the corners, and the occasional gravel road. So there's some finishing touches that are going into it.
We're struggling down to the wire. We'd hope to have it done by now so that we could transport it around and sell tickets at different locations.
But people can always get down here to the Black Lightning and get a chance on this bike.
Yep.
You have some tickets available.
Yep. Going fast, but yeah.
Good. Well, CASA is a pretty important cause, and I hope a lot of people realize that it's a great excuse just to support a cause.
Yeah.
And you may wind up with a bike that will be the light of your love's eyes, or maybe light up your own life.
And the cool part about all the hands that have been on it, I mean, we've had the custom made seat, you know, Jed painted the gas tank, the guy Randy, you know, did that, the local guy Tim welded the exhaust up, somebody in Sacramento redid the engine. It's all been donated for free. And then Trinia and us, our little core group, we've been cleaning and putting it back together.
Well, it's a pretty impressive effort. It's a beautiful piece of machinery. You can buy raffle tickets at the Black Lightning Motorcycle Cafe or at Humboldt Casa, or by emailing Hinterland Empire. The drawing will be held at the Moto Envy Show. The Moto Envy Show will be held on September 12th from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Black Lightning Motorcycle Cafe between 4th and 5th. There will be live music, a slow race with prizes, and motorcycle awards. Admission is free, but you must register any bikes you wish to be part of the show. This is Atypical Motorcycle, celebrating diverse motorcycle culture.
The bike was a project that I gave up on in my garage. It was going to be, I was going to try and flip it and do a flip on it, and so I got it for a price, and I was going to triple my money.
Oh, yeah. I would love to have a new bike eventually. I've learned a lot having old bikes, but man, it's nice. Reliability is underrated.
What happened exactly?
I was going about 70 down the freeway. My front brake just locked up. Beautiful sunny day. The next thing I know, pavement.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. You can click here to learn more about Humboldt Casa, or here to check out the Phoenix Project's blog. You can find details on the registration form for the Moto Envy show here, or see more videos by Margar Productions here. And of course, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Atypical Motorcycle so you can see more cool videos about unique bikes and riders. Happy riding!